Welcome to the most terrifying compilation of real church-related horror stories, where the sacred meets the supernatural. These are no mere legends, but eyewitness accounts, documented miracles, and unexplainable hauntings that have baffled clergy, scientists, and skeptics alike. Brace yourself for 5 chilling tales from different corners of the world. Let us begin. The possessed statue of Saint Michael in Mexico. In a modest church in Tlaxcala, Mexico, stood a statue of Saint Michael the Archangel, known for defeating evil. But what happened in 1994 turned this symbol of divine power into a vessel of fear. Witnesses claim the statue's eyes moved independently, following parishioners. A boy was reportedly thrown across the nave after mocking the statue. The bishop ordered an investigation. Cameras placed inside the church recorded unexplained shadows and whispers in Latin. One night, the statue's sword was found broken. No one had entered. Locals began calling it El Ángel Maldito. Was this the result of desecration or something far worse? To this day, the statue remains locked away, never displayed again. The haunted catacombs of Paris. Beneath the romantic city of Paris lies a labyrinth of bones. Over 6 million souls rest in the catacombs, but not all of them sleep peacefully. In 2004, a group of urban explorers found a room with electrical wiring and a functioning cinema deep inside the catacombs. But what horrified them was the sound of Gregorian chants echoing through the tunnels. Yet no speakers were found. A priest who entered alone to bless the site emerged hours later screaming, claiming he had spoken to a woman who had no face. Surveillance footage once captured a man running before dropping his camera. He was never found. Paranormal researchers now warn, these catacombs don't just house the dead, they guard them. The Exorcism of the Possessed Nun in France. In the 17th century, the convent of Loudun in France was the site of one of the most documented cases of demonic possession. Sister Jeanne des Anges and several other nuns began exhibiting signs of possession, speaking in languages they never learned, levitating and contorting in unnatural ways. Father Urbain Grandier, accused of witchcraft, was burned at the stake, but the exorcisms continued long after his death. Diaries from the priests involved describe apparitions, sulfuric smells, and conversations with the demons themselves. It took over a decade to silence the phenomena. Skeptics cite mass hysteria, but the surviving letters from the sisters describe horrors too vivid and too consistent to dismiss. To this day, the convent is abandoned, and the ground is said to be cursed. The miracle of the Eucharist in Buenos Aires. In 1996, a priest at Santa Maria Church in Buenos Aires discovered a discarded host, stained red. He preserved it in water, as is tradition. Days later, the host had not dissolved. Instead, it appeared to have transformed, taking on the texture of human flesh. Years later, under Pope Francis, then Archbishop Bergoglio, the church allowed it to be analyzed by scientists. The results were chilling. The sample matched human heart tissue from a man under duress consistent with crucifixion trauma. And even more disturbing, the blood type matched that of the Shroud of Turin. How could a piece of bread become living tissue? The miracle remains unexplained, but many believe it to be divine proof of Christ's real presence. The haunted bell tower of St. Peter's Basilica. Rising high above Vatican City, the bell tower of St. Peter's Basilica has its own shadowed past. In 1972, a Vatican guard claimed to see a figure cloaked in red climbing the bell tower during the dead of night. Thinking it was a cardinal, he approached, only to find the figure vanished. Over the years, bells have rung on their own, even when disabled. In 1983, a young seminarian recorded voices in Latin praying the Dies Irae inside the tower, yet he was alone. Some say it is haunted by the spirit of a disgraced cardinal who took his life within its walls during the 1600s. Others whisper that the bell tower serves as a prison for trapped souls, echoing penance for sins never confessed. If you've made it this far, you're braver than most. But these stories are only a glimpse into the dark mysteries that haunt the church. If you want to uncover even more terrifying accounts, true exorcisms, cursed relics, and ghostly apparitions, Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and explore our other compilations. Evil hides in holy places, and we're just beginning to uncover it.